Uh, Sure, I just want to get a couple takes from you as far as how you're feeling. I know that you made a decision to choose Notre Dame to further your education and your athletic career. How do you feel as far as the choice that you made?
I'm ecstatic because of the accurate choice that I did make. Weighing all options, looking at athletics as well as education, as well as campus life and things like that, factoring all that in, and making the best and most accurate decision I could. So I'm feeling really good about my decision so far.
Okay. And do you have any regrets concerning your decision, or any holes that that you feel like you hadn't filled?
The only regret I can have is not having 13 of me. To go to all these great schools that actively recruited me. Shout out to all the schools that did a number for me. Shook my hand. Gave me calls. Took time out of their day to allow me to meet their families and things like that. I wish I could definitely be there for them. I wish that I could continue to help them out. Their football program and things out. But obviously there's only one of me, and Notre Dame got that one.
Okay. So where do you go from here? I know right now you're basking in the moment. So now that you've made a decision, you got a lot of things off your chest, and where do you go from here? I mean, as far as what's your next things that you want to accomplish, what do you plan on doing?
Well, from here it's obviously a grind season. Continuing to you know strengthen myself. In the weight room. Squats, bench, all kind of things like that, just to strengthen myself. Then from there, I'm gonna transition into track, where I've set the goal for a three-time state champion, number one in the 4, 2 in the 1, hopefully 4x4 as well. But that's firstly where I want to focus, and then after that, it's gonna continue to gain weight, strengthen my body, and just be the best I can going into college football.
Okay. Well, I know that Notre Dame in itself is from where you are is 11 hours. A lot of people say that's a long distance. Do you? How do you feel about it being far off? As far as anything, how do you feel about that?
I've never really had any fears of that. I mean, the thing is that I feel like I'm prepared for anything. The tutelage and the teaching I've got growing up has prepared me for life. And now it's just about going embarking on my own journey. I'm finding out things for myself. Because I can't call mom and daddy when I'm in trouble. It's got to be me now. So you know, I'm not really fearful, not really scared. I'm just embracing it, and I'm ready to do it.
Okay. Is there is there anything that you might have left out as far as preparing you to make this decision?
Actually, I don't. I don't think anything's left out. I don't think it was a hasty decision. I don't think it was a rush decision. I think I really sat down and thoroughly got a chance to string it out as long as I needed to, as long as I felt it, and just it's just been. I don't feel like I've left anything out at all.
Some will say that once you're making this decision that it's your time. A lot of times I've seen players, they make big announcements. I've even seen a player that pulled the bus, and his choice of schooling was up under the bus. How do you feel about that as far as you are concerned? Why didn't you have all of the glamour, the lights, and all the news and everything that may have come along with your decision?
That's not what kind of person I am. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. Okay. Um, um, is there any advice you would give the younger kids or people that's going to see your footsteps and they're going to try to come behind it? What kind of advice would you give a player that has aspirations to, want to be on this level?
To trust God and don't stop. That's all it is to it. Trust God and continue your grind. Continue, if you believe in something, keep doing it. Don't never quit.
Oh, I've heard you say grind a lot. What do you mean when you say grind? What are the things that you do when you're using the term grind?
Continuous work, working on your craft, perfecting your craft. Just being the best you that you can be, regardless, of where you are. If you're a starter, if you're a bench player, it's got to be a grind. There's always a different level that you can reach. So it's just about getting to that level.
Okay, one more question. I've seen a lot of great players. I've seen them doing things that other players don't do. Like you have your Mike Tyson, you have your Michael Irvins, you have some of the former players that's in the Hall of Fame do. Like Mike Tyson was one that said, and I quote, I'm running at 4 a.m. because I know other boxers aren't running. Do you feel that you fit that same mold or determination as some of the greats?
Yes, but I feel there's another level. High school football has taught me to obviously work harder. But now that I'm moving on to, college life, it's going to be even more. So it's going to be a different level. So I feel like I definitely am one of those that I'm ready to work. I'm ready to be better than everyone else.
Okay. Notre Dame has been known to have a very, very high academic workload. As far as also combined with football, are you prepared to dedicate your whole being in academics and football while you're up there away from your family?
Yes, of course. That's who I am. That's what I do.
Okay. Do you think that you will go through the rigors of being homesick or being, man, did I make the right decision? Do you think that this decision is in stone and it's what you wanted?
Everybody goes through those things. Obviously, I'm still a human, so obviously I'm going to go through those things. But it's just about battling through that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. Good luck in the future, man. I'm sure your parents are very ecstatic and happy, man. How did you feel? Did you think that you would basically arrive to be as prominent as you are now as far as getting offers from big time schools?
It's just about work. It's just about, trusting God and He'll direct your path. So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Troy Pride Jr., and hope to hear from you soon. You keep doing what seems like you have some great foundations, some great attributes. You keep doing what you're doing, and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.